Lapit ka kasi nag-i-skip siya.
Okay, wait.
Lapit ka.
Wait.
It is. You ready?
Whoop. Nakuha ko lang ako.
Stand right there.
Ito po, init.
I know, Colleen should have picked the thorns off the root.
Ito po, dito.
All set? So I'd like to start off by thanking everyone for being here. It's actually a much larger attendance than my mom and I had anticipated. When she and I started planning this out, we thought it was just going to be Robert, the property owner, and the two of us. Until 2 days ago, I actually thought that that was still going to be the case. It would just be just the two of us. But as we solidified the time and the date, more and more people showed interest in attending. I know there are probably some that would have liked to attend but could not, and I apologize in advance for that, but at least we're going to record it so that they can be here with us in spirit. By the outpouring of interest in either attending or watching this later, it again is a testament to how many people my father truly has touched over his lifetime. I honestly don't think he had any idea how many people loved and cared for him. I do feel the need to begin by thanking Robert Jarvis, one of my dad's longtime friends, for allowing us my mom and I, to carry out my dad's final wish here. I know that you had been feeling kind of down and possibly beating yourself up a bit right after it happened, because I think you and your dad may have been the last couple people to talk to my dad physically. However, there's nothing that anybody could have done. There's absolutely nothing to feel bad about. So my dad's final wish after he passed away was to be cremated and have his final resting place be in the woods where he hunted. So that's the significance of being here today. To fulfill his last wish by planting a memory tree over him in his honor so that he'll never truly be gone. He will live on for many years, from the roots of the tree all the way to the leaves. My father hunted on Robert's property for, I want to say, about 30 years. I know he knew these woods like the back of his hands. Being out here is very special to me because this is where him and I bonded the most, through our mutual love of hunting. So the first few times I came out here after his passing were some of the toughest and saddest, because out here is our special place. Speaking of special places, I will explain a little bit about the symbolism behind today. So why are we here on a Saturday? Because he happened to pass away on a Saturday. Why this particular spot? I chose this spot because it seemed to be perfect. To one side, we have his latest invention, one of his latest inventions, a hunting blind on wheels. We referred to it as the box on wheels. He thought it'd be great because if the spot where we put it didn't pan out, we could hook it up to a four-wheeler and just drag it somewhere else. To the other side, we have a small apple tree, which will provide snacks for my dad's whitetail visitors for years to come. So why did we start this at 2:22 p.m.? That's a nod to the last message that my mother received from my dad, a lips emoji followed by the numbers 222, which, by the way, my daughter Autumn pointed out is an angel number. It would take me way too long to explain that symbolism here today, but I do encourage people to go ahead and Google angel number 222 and read a little bit about it. The kind of tree that we're planting over my father is a sugar maple. This symbol is a nod to his enjoyment of tapping the maple trees for Robert each spring. It was another one of those bonding moments for he and I, as he would drill the holes and I'd tap in the taps with a hammer right behind him. I know a lot of us are saddened because my father is no longer here physically, but I want to share some moments that I think are signs that he is still here with us, looking down from above. First, there was Todd's missing hat. After he mowed the lawn at my mom's house, he couldn't find it. Perhaps my dad took it and hid it on him. Then there's the mysterious hat that was laying in the middle of the road when Rob Hogan was going to his work site the next morning. Was that Todd's lost hat? There was the night before my dad's services when Todd went to start up and test Mad Dog, making sure that she was ready to be present at my dad's services, and all the transmission fluid leaked out all over the garage floor. A transmission that had just been rebuilt, and my dad and he had just reinstalled. There's the day that my mom saw a bobcat walking down the road in front of her house when my dad has one mounted inside the house. Did my dad send that cat to keep an eye on my mom? Or perhaps in protest, and it was looking to snack on my mom's new rat dog, which he would have never agreed to have because, as he had told her before, that he'd be her pet. Okay. So even today, when my mom's large birdhouse at home fell down for no apparent reason, there was no windstorm, nothing going on, and it just fell over. Finally, there are the pranks he's playing with me on the brush hog. As you all know, my dad is the one who always maintained the hunting areas here by clearing the trails. In fact, that is exactly what he was planning to do the day that he passed. So I'm out here as a rookie, running the brush hog for the first time. The first day went pretty well. I think I only hit 3 or 4 rocks, maybe a couple more. The second day I thought I had done almost equally as well. I did, however, hit a few more rocks, maybe a few tree stumps. It wasn't until after I was done for the day that I realized that one of the stabilizer bars on the brush hog had become disconnected. Not only was it disconnected, but the whole bracket was gone. Thankfully, using my trail camera footage, I was able to deduce where it had come loose and likely where it had fallen off. So I went off on a search the next day and found it laying in the middle of the trails, of one of our trails. The next day I repaired the bracket and the bar and decided to brush hog the back of my mom's property. This is an area that my dad had decided not to mow because he felt that the gas prices were too high, so he's just going to let it grow up. My mom and I, we decided that we thought it was getting pretty ugly looking. After about 2 hours of clearing the area, I'm on my final couple rows to finish it all up, and I just turned the tractor around to start up a new row. And I see something black laying in the grass up ahead. I had thought maybe it was a piece of trash or perhaps an animal, like a cat or a skunk. After all, I'd already seen a snake, a frog, and a field mouse. When I got closer, I realized it was a wheel. The back of the wheel to the brush hog. How in the hell does the back of the wheel of the brush hog just fall off when you're cutting an open field? The strangest part, I've never found any of the bolts or pins that held either the bracket or the wheel on. So there are signs that my dad is still with us in spirit. We just have to be looking for those signs. No matter if you called him Dad, Hun, Honey, Big Brother, Little Brother, Uncle Joe, Grandpa, Pipe, Joe, Joseph, George, or Papa Joe, he will always still be with us in our hearts. In closing, I just wanted to recite a few words from the prayer on my father's prayer card. So dry your eyes and remember me, not as I am now, but as I used to be. Because I will remember you all and look on with a smile, understand in your hearts I've only gone to rest a little while. As long as I have the love of each of you, I can live my life in the hearts of all of you. I love you, Dad. May you rest in peace. That's all I got. I think there was a song you two wanted to play, right?
Hopefully I don't.
longer than you think because we're electronically challenged here.
Yeah, well, I'm past the show.
I think you got it.
This is kind of a sad song, but the lyrics are right on. If anybody wants to sing along. Do you know that song?
We tried.
Tumatabi ka kay mama.
Kanta si Dude.
Wala ka gano'n.
Ay, pamoses ko. Kanta.
Ano pa rin? Choose. Okay.
Does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky. I hope you're singing in the angel's choir. And I hope the angels know what they have. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, been heaven since you arrived. So tell me, what do we do up in heaven? All your days filled with love and light. Is there beauty? Is there art and invention? Tell me, are you happy? Are you all alive? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky. And I hope you're singing in the angel's choir. And I hope the angels know what they have. I bet it's so nice. Oh, been heaven since you arrived. I hope you're dancing in the sky. And I hope you're singing in the angel's choir. And I hope the angels know what they have. I bet it's so nice. Oh, been heaven since you arrived. Since you arrived.
No tree planter. Whoever wants to help throw some dirt and plant the trees, more than welcome to.
anything.
Nope, they're already perfect.
You think it's low enough?
Yep.
Oh, that's.
I had it perfect. You're good. You're good.
Zachary?
So mad.
Ma, sa tayo.
She's so mad.
There you go.
We're all set.
Somebody else wants it? No, because they're gonna come out. Right up to the top of it.
Somebody else.
It is tiring. You may, absolutely.
You want to turn, Jay?
Anybody else want
There's more if anybody wants it.
Dr. Ryan, you want to? Jax, you want to try? Here, Jax. Here, Grandma will give you the little one. That's what Grandma used.
Is that what you want? Here.
What's that? Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. He was. Figure out.
Mama.
Oh, my goodness. Just a little top. That one. That's special one. This one is too big. You don't need it all. But you can take some handfuls if you want. It is a lot.
Remember when you get to this spot with that brush hog to
Not to
stop?
hit the tree. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you get a truck. Just lay it flat. Yep, perfect.
That hurts.
Sit on a rock again.
Put a trail camera on that. I'll bet the deer come and send you
There's
over.
one right over there. It doesn't face this direction though.
They will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They like roses.
As long as they don't eat my tree. Oh, you gotta water it a little bit.
Gotta water it.
But they like them roses. Oh wow.
Makadiri ka mo. Makadiri ka. Ano pa ang hugasan niya?
That's probably good for today. Mm-hmm.
No, another day I'll come back though.
That's all I had planned, so thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're good.